Hey there everyone, happy Wednesday. King 5 Meteorologist Adam Claibon here with you on a pretty wet Wednesday that we had here across the area, and looking like we could see a few more of those showers here as we head on into the night. Now a lot of it is dying off. We'll continue to see maybe a few showers, especially up and near the Cascades into early Thursday, but overall this is going to be the last probably bit of rain that we see for quite some time, especially as we go through the weekend and into the first part of next work week. We'll talk about that here in a second, but first let's get into the rain amounts and what we did see here across western Washington, which have been impressive. Again, across Puget Sound, Everett, down towards Olympia, you can see amounts ranging from about 1/3 of an inch up to just under an inch, 9/10 of an inch up that way around Everett. Out towards the north coast, kind of impressive there, about 2/10 of an inch in Quileute, but otherwise you can see where the main batch of that rain was around Puget Sound and for parts south and eastward. Even Yakima coming in at 0.85 inches. So pretty impressive stuff, and we now head into this dry spell of weather, which is going to be with us from Thursday all the way into Wednesday. And a lot of sunshine out there and pretty mild highs, generally in the mid to upper 60s, with a few spots even touching 70 from time to time. You can see a little sunshine trying to make its way down towards the coast right here around Westport, but generally a lot of clouds out there. You can see the sun again, though, reflecting off of the siding of the building right there. Looking at our SchoolNet side, Granite Falls, dreary and damp, and some convergence zone activity up this way, keeping us a bit more wet there and around Everett, as you can see, as that rain does continue on into the first part of our Wednesday evening. Let's look out towards the airport, where things are quite a bit drier there. Not too much rain really to worry about there for the time being. And again, we should see things continually really dry up as we head on into the night. So currently sitting in the lower 50s, winds out of the south between about 10 to maybe 15 miles per hour for you. A bit cool, but not going to be dropping too much here into the night. Overnight lows generally in the mid to upper 40s for those overnight lows. Now there's the rain. You can see the large mass of it heading down across the southeastern parts of the state and heading across more of eastern Oregon. Also got some snow across some of the higher terrain into Idaho and into Montana as well. So nice and a damp and really wet system came through. Of course, we can always use the rain. We've seen some dry conditions, and we really have the highest of snowpack. So as much as that moisture we can get into the soil, the better, right? Big picture, that system is moving out of here. We got a ridge of high pressure moving in behind that, which is going to bring us that longer stretch of weather that we just showed you in the 7-day forecast. So as we look at Futurecast, you'll see that a few of these light sprinkles or a few light showers will remain, especially for areas north of Seattle and heading across more Snohomish County. A lot of that continuing to die off, and then by early Thursday morning, maybe just a few of those areas of light rain across the higher terrain. But seeing that swirl of low pressure off of the coast beginning to dive southward, clearing skies here by the mid part of the afternoon, and then by the evening, this is 6 p.m. here, you can see things really beginning to clear out, and we'll see those clearer skies, maybe some fog early into your day on Friday morning, and then we'll clear out as we head on into the afternoon. Expect to see more of those clear skies during the afternoon for the sunshine, and we'll get more of that as we head on to the weekend as well. Not really a whole lot changing in our forecast for the next few days. So any additional rain, expect that over the mountains and across the eastern side of the state, while things here across western Washington will stay dry. I wanted to show you this right here. This is your upper air weather pattern, and this is really showing you where we have ridges of high pressure, where we have also some troughs of low pressure ridging. We're talking about those areas and those shadings in the oranges and the deeper oranges and even some reds. That's where we have high pressure that's in place. And when you have high pressure, you're going to have sinking air, and that sinking air is going to limit cloud development. And you can see that center of that orange spot that we have across more of the Gulf of Alaska, well, it's not overhead for us. It's going to be pretty close, but it's not right overhead. Neither is that center of low pressure that's over parts of central Canada. So for us, we're kind of caught in between, but enough influence that we are going to get a bit more of this influence from high pressure. What that is going to do, though, is going to bring us more of a north and easterly flow and keep that ridging going for us, which will mean that we will keep a lot of this active weather off towards the east across parts of Canada and the northern parts of the U.S. We are going to be kind of stuck in between, so we are going to have maybe some, I guess, more mild temperatures. Instead of seeing those widespread 70s like last weekend and early this week, We'll see generally highs in the 60s, and we kind of showed you that in the forecast across the next 7 days, but wanted to show you again how this is all just taking shape because we really don't have a lot changing up here. You can see that area of low pressure tries to scoop closer to us, and that's something that we're going to be monitoring as we head on into the start of next work week because that could help to generate maybe a sprinkle or two, especially across the eastern side of the state. Might be a little more tough for us here on western Washington, but definitely nothing too widespread, and we'll continue to see more ridging as we head on into next week as that takes place. So with that being the case, here's a look at some of your high temperatures. Average highs should be in the lower 60s. We're going to be there each and every time. The average high at 61, we beat it out. Tomorrow all the way through Monday and continuing on into the next 5-day period, next Tuesday through Saturday. Every one of those days beating out the average high, either in the 60s or, yeah, maybe looks like we'll possibly see more of those 70s by next Thursday and Friday. Again, that's a few days out, so things will definitely change with that as we get closer to that time. All right, let's talk about the forecast here for the night. We'll drop those lows between those low to mid 40s, a bit cool in a few spots, especially where we have more of those clear skies off to the west. And then highs tomorrow, getting back into the 60s in a lot of our locations around the Kitsap Peninsula and Puget Sound. Farther north and off towards the coast, expect to see more of the upper 50s. And here's your 7-day forecast. A lot more sunshine ahead for us as temperatures continue to increase, and we'll get those highs well into the 60s here into the weekend. Looking like a beautiful stretch of weather, so if you have any outdoor plans, want to get some hiking done or maybe some golfing or whatever you might want to do outdoors, looks like it is going to be a really, really nice few days for us here as we head on through the rest of this week and into the majority of next week as well. Okay, everyone, we'll take care. Have a wonderful Wednesday night. We'll talk to you soon.